Dr. Benjamin, HOD, that is what they say. But in a sense, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm also a grandmom. Yes. So I'm talking to the youth. You can identify with me. You can look at me, see your mom, look at me, see your big sister, look at me, see your aunt. I'm all that you would want me to be. Motivational speech. This is where I will start. First, you must know who's talking to you, isn't it? Yes. You can still write it down, it's still fine. I'm called Dr. Bebe. Dr. Bebe, he has come in a long way to being a doctor. I did my Form 4, Form 5, Form 6, got my Form 6, and by the time in the country where I was, things were very tough. I did not qualify to go to the university. So I didn't go to the university. So why am I bringing in that? You are a youth. If you do not qualify first, don't give up. So I didn't qualify. I went to a teacher's college. I had a choice to even do quite a number of jobs with the points that I had at A-level, but I chose to go to the teaching field because that's where I got my passion is. So in life again, choose what you like. So you fail first, don't give up. Choose what you like. That's the second point. I qualified as a teacher. Soon after qualifying, I was deployed to a rural area where I would travel for 7 hours to get to the nearest town. 7 hours. But all the learning and education that I could do to advance myself were in town. That is where there are colleges. That is where there are universities. But I'm deep down in the rural areas. And what did I do? I continued. I told myself distance is not a barrier. I would go and attend lectures during weekends, teach Monday to Friday. I would travel for 7 hours to school on Friday, learn on Saturday, learn on Sunday, leave the classroom at 5, get transport. I wasn't even driving, public transport, 7 hours back to my workstation. So where am I going with that? I'm saying, I'm encouraging you that nothing should be a barrier as long as you've set your eyes to a certain goal. Through all odds, break all odds to attain what you want as a young person. Break all odds. I'll be scared sometimes. You're using a public transport, it's now at night, I'll be scared. But I would pray and say, God, you are with me in this. You wouldn't have allowed me to start this if you didn't want me to succeed and also be safe at this point of time. So I'm also saying, put God actual fact, put God first in everything that you do. Whatever it is, as long as God is in it, you are safe and you will attain it. And that's how I sailed through 4 years in that state until I got my undergrad. You see, it wasn't really an easy one. Then from there, I was growing up as well. And there I started a family in the process. Now I'm married, now I have children. But, you see, I wanted to go to university, attain all my qualifications. But now I've got a diploma, I've got a degree, now there is family, now there are children. Then what? Next. As long as you set your eyes on something and God is in it, you will always succeed. I moved on. I applied for a job vacancy that I saw. After applying for the job vacancy, I was called for an interview, which God was in it. I passed, now moved to a college in town. That's where I was teaching now. After the college, that's where I said to myself, let me continue now, do my master's. The children are there. Babu Wasekaya is there. Now I have to juggle between the family, work, and school. It was possible. I did it. I got my master's in the right time. The children were growing. Everything was okay. Family flourished. Yeah. So as long as you set your eyes on something, it's possible. After that, it wasn't enough. I decided to continue, do my PhD. Now the children are growing, they're going to school. What do? You're a mother in the home. It's not easy to just leave and go. But put God in it. I had to spend the whole year preparing my young daughter. The whole year to say, you see, next year we are separating. I'm going to school. I know you are here, you are youth. Some of you have families now. Some of you have children. But I said it in the beginning. Nothing should stop you to attain whatever you set your eyes on. Even the children. They shouldn't stop you. So we agreed. She goes and sort out her life at school. I go and sort out my life as well. And that's how I got my PhD. This is why I'm called doctor now. So I continued. There I was. I'm here, I'm working, I'm now a university lecturer. But still it's not enough. I went on and got a second PhD. Yes. When the second PhD is still not enough, I'm in the process of doing another master's degree. So this is my journey, and I'm saying to the young people, it's possible, it's doable, and in actual fact, there is no age when it comes to education. Set your eyes on something, go ahead, tell God that this is what you've decided to do, and go ahead and grab it. As long as God is in it, it's possible. It will happen. It will take place. and the journey took 40 years. We are all aware. It took in a lot for Moses to lead those people from Egypt into Canaan. First of all, Moses had to be prepared. So I'm also urging you that you also prepare yourself. Prepare your mind. Talk to God. Ask God to talk to you and give you guidance on which route you should take to attain your goals. You can succeed as long as God is in it. So prepare yourself. Ask God to lead you. Ask God to direct you. This is what Moses did. Remember, he said to God, I don't think I can lead. I have problems. I'm a star. How am I going to talk to these people? But he managed to lead them for 40 years. As long as God is in it, there is nothing like, I have no money. You know, I have children that I'm taking care of. You see all these excuses. No, my mother passed on. You know, I have these challenges. I'm also one child who was never brought up by their own mom, by their own dad. When I opened my eyes, I was with my grandmother. So there is actually no excuse. As long as God is in it, you will definitely succeed. So that is what happened to Moses. God was in it, and he managed to lead them through. So it takes a person who has a vision. So you can write that one down and say, a vision. Create a vision for yourself. Create a vision for yourself. Where do you want to see yourself in the next 2 years? In the next 5 years? In the next 10 years? Where do you want to see yourself? My journey to attain a PhD took 20 years. Yes. It took 20 years. It took 20 years. So I'm saying, create a vision. Tell yourself that this is the goal that I want to attain. And from there, start working on it. Be patient. Be patient, and be patient even with yourself. It takes someone who has patience. That's the character that is needed. It takes someone who really is a go-getter. Through all odds, be a go-getter. Whether you are planning to have a business, whether you are planning to go to school and attain your qualifications, whether you are planning to do something that is helpful to the community program or whatever it is. But what is important is that you have a vision of what you want to do. So vision is number one. Then number two, take risks. Take risks. Now I'm talking about what it takes for you to attain your goal. Have a vision, take risks. You need to take a risk. I told you I had to travel for 7 hours. Mind you, I left class at 5, I get a lift at 6. Where I am going to, I have to be there in 7 hours. That means I'll reach station around 1 or 2 a.m. That's a risk. So, if ever you want to attain a goal, you want to be a leader, you want to be an educator, you want to learn, you want to attain your goals, have vision, take a risk. Think long term. That's our next point. I've told you, my journey, I got my diploma in 1994. And in 2015, that's when I graduated with my PhD. So that's 20 years basically. So you need to think long term. I know we are young. I know we still want fast things. We want microwaved things. We want things that are done fast. We're in a hurry. But in order for you to manage to attain your goals, think long term. Some of the goals you'll be attaining them as you go. I wanted to be a doctor in education, but I got my diploma, I got my undergrad, I got my master's, and up to the PhD. That was 20 years. Think long term. Others you will get them as you go by, but think long term. And again, you need God to direct you. I have to keep on reminding us. God should direct us. Have a good relationship with God through it all. Good relationship with God. And when you do that, God is going to direct you and give you the right path. Pray. Get instructions from God. And the other thing is, you should be proactive. Proactive. We're saying there's nothing you can get when you are on your knees praying only. Stand up, go, work, put applications, work, raise money for your fees. If I can tell you, with all my qualifications, my parents stopped paying for me when I was still at high school. The rest, I was paying for myself. Go and work. Find ways, find means. Ask God. God will tell you what to do and how to do it. God will direct you. And you will find you will get the means to do it. The money. Think about it. I had to pay my fees. I had to travel as well to school. I did it. And you can also do it. I know you are capable. You are God's children. This is why you are in this house. And God talks to you. God listens to you. If there is one thing I can share with you that I'm proud of, is that God answers prayers. I'm proud of that. I'm a testimony of that. I attest to that. Whenever I pray and ask, He gives me. And He gives me at the right time. You shouldn't cry and say, it should be in a hurry, it should be fast. No. No. Think long term, and God will give you the answers at the right time. And when you are proactive, you find yourself that there are people who are now following you. You become a mentor as you move along the way. You become a mentor yourself. And when you become a mentor yourself, you really become perfect in whatever you do. You become perfect in what you do. And that is what God wants. Along the way, pick other people. That's what God wants. Keep on mentoring others. Help others. That is what God wants. Help others as well. Be with them. Assume that leadership role. I told you that some of the things we gave them as we move along the process. You become a leader at some point, you lead. You become a manager at some point. You manage yourself, manage other people, manage situations. Lead other people. But remember, be led by God. You should be led by God. You don't just take people and lead them into wherever. You should be led by God. This is why I brought Moses. In whatever Moses was doing in the desert, he was being led by God. And that is how you should also do it. Assume these positions as you go along. Lead other people. Have followers. Mentor other people. Be with them. Be a friend. Take the role of a friend. Take the role of a counselor. Take the role of a parent. Take the role of a nurse. Take the role of being an understanding colleague, mate, sister, brother, but at the same time, be led by God in everything that you do. Be an idol. Be an idol, but be led by God in everything that you do. Understand your mission. This is why I said you should have vision, isn't it? Understand your mission. Understand why God is still keeping you on earth. Understand why you are here. Understand why you are in that situation. Understand why you are in that journey. Why you have to go through that journey. I do understand why I had to take 20 years to realize my own dream. It was simply because I have to mentor other people to say, think long term. Think long term. So you need to be a mentor yourself. You need to be a counselor yourself at some point. You need to guide other people at some point. But you can only do that when you have a vision. And it should be God who is guiding your vision. So in our state as youths, I would want to encourage you to say, there's nothing impossible. And as long as God is in it, there's nothing impossible. Everything is attainable. And you can attain it, you can get it, you can enjoy it, and you can go on and on and on. So at this point of time, I want to take a pause and wait. Remember, I'm a teacher by profession. I cannot give a lecture and leave. I need you to ask me questions, engage with me so that I give you answers and we guide each other. God is in it. God is in your life. One thing that I want you to believe today is that God is in you and you are great. And if God is in you and you are great, that means there is nothing impossible. That means all visions, all goals that you have, you will attain them. So may I take this opportunity to pause and allow you to ask